Hey everybody, welcome to HorrorBuzz Live. We are late. We're 5 minutes late, and you want to know why? Because I hit the wrong button. We've done 5 minutes. It's just, you know what it is? It's like old times. It's like the first time we did one where we thought we were live for 10 minutes and we didn't do one. Hey Lindsay, how's the show so far?
You guys missed it. I'll say this. There was a little surprise, and it surprised
What do you
me because
I don't
Norm. Okay, so apparently we're going to be watching me go through a maze. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was that Dark Ride from Knott's
You know
Berry
what?
Farm?
You are one sharp cookie. Actually, tonight what we're going to be doing is yeah, listen, it's live, kids. We are something else tonight. Tonight we are going to be looking at obviously we're going to be doing the Horror Buzz entertainment beat tonight, but then we are also going to be looking at the movies coming up in 2021 that we are very excited about. And I really wish you would have seen the show before we started it. It was fabulous. Anyway, Lindsay, without
Yes.
further ado, let's go ahead and start HorrorBuzz Live's entertainment beat now.
Yes. So, entertainment beat round 2 for me, round 1 for you. We're going to start off with the films that are coming out this week. We've got 3 coming out. First up on the list here, we have The Banishing. This is set in the 1930s. It's kind of a standard creepy, enter into a manor. This family moves in, husband, wife, daughter combo. And of course, naturally, the creepy old manor has a horrifying secret. But the twist is that the Reverend, who's the father of the little girl, has to team up with a famous occultist to defeat the evil that is starting to take hold of his daughter. So if that interests you, that is going to be on Shudder this Thursday, April 15th, and it's called The Banishing. Next up, we have In the Earth, coming out Friday, April 16th, and very apropos for the time, it's about the world desperately searching for the cure to a disastrous virus. And while that's going on, a scientist and a park ranger go into the forest on a routine expedition, and the journey goes awry after they find this heart of darkness in the forest comes to life. So if that interests you, that's going to be in theaters this Friday. Also on Friday, a VOD release we have called Jacob's Wife. It's about a woman married to a minister, and she kind of is disgruntled in her marriage and in her life, and she has a chance encounter with a character called the Master, and she discovers a sense of power, and she's torn between this exciting new life and then her life before, and of course chaos ensues. So if that's your bag, you check that out on all VOD streaming platforms this Friday. Now on to the real good stuff. Now that the world's opening up, we've been in the, I believe, orange tier now for a little while. So all the big stuff is very slowly but surely starting to open up. We're seeing sporting arenas open up, and of course, the beloved theme parks, which is what I want to talk about. So on April 16th, you guys know that Universal Studios Hollywood is going to be open to the public again. And tickets are now available for California residents. And additionally, silver and gold annual passes are being offered. So you can snag one of those and then reserve a day for yourself. If you had an annual pass prior to April 8th of this year, you can go online right now and reserve your date. That's all open. They're not separating it.
Forgive me for
Yes.
interrupting.
No,
But
please
I
interrupt.
double-checked on things, and
Yes.
April 16th is when annual pass holders, as Lindsay was saying, that's the date you can begin making reservations. That's the date when the park opens for pass holders to come in.
Yes, maybe I
However,
should have clarified. Sorry about that.
however, the park opens to the public. Any California residents who would like to visit for the day, that opens on May 16th.
Yes. So if that's interesting to you and you really want to go, then make sure you do that, because there are reduced tickets to maintain social distancing. So they have to be purchased online in advance, and they will very quickly. So make sure you get on top of that and do that. And in that same vein, we have Knott's Berry Farm. They are working on reopening as well. Season ticket holders can visit the park starting on May 6th, and all other guests who have to be residents of California per the current guidelines can begin visiting starting May 21st. So ticket sales and reservations can begin on April 26th, but just like I said, annual pass holders May 6th, everybody else May 21st. And all 2021 passes purchased up until May 5th, 2021 will be valid through May 5th, 2022. So if you bought your pass in February of 2020, fear not, because you are good until May 5th, 2022. And
incidentally, I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but incidentally,
okay.
Incidentally, you can purchase Scary Farm passes for 2021. I'm just saying.
So obviously, guys, this is the information we've been waiting for, because that's the proof that they intend on doing it. Because I know there was some questions. Well, I mean, it's a year-long thing. Haunt's a year-long thing for them. So if they're not running things, or if they're not building things for the time that they were closed, will they be able to do it? Is it less mazes? Obviously, we don't know, but we do know that they're going to be doing it. So yay, good news. Everybody go out and support them. Buy season pass. Support. So that's what we've got for theme parks. And April 17th, I keep mentioning Spooksy Boo. They're doing another event this Saturday at the Garden Walk in Anaheim. If you're not familiar with Spooksy Boo, it's from 3 to 9 p.m. at the Garden Walk, and it's outdoor dining, photo ops, small shops, and local artists peddle their wonderful goods, these beautiful handmade things ranging from fantasy to horror to pop culture, everything that you can imagine. And this Saturday, they have a special guest signing autographs, Mr. Tony Moran, who you guys may know is the original Michael Myers. So for $40, you can get an autograph and a selfie with the amazing Mr. Moran himself. Make sure you do that. But before you go, you have to RSVP. It's completely free to go, but you do have to reserve a spot. So go to spooksybooevents.com and secure your spot. Now, I saved a really exciting one for last. I'm really excited about this one, and I feel like it's a good segue into the rest of the show. So, Reign of Terror, a wonderful haunt at California, they are running an event called Halfway to Halloween, and it's going to be Friday and Saturday, April 23rd and 24th from 7 to 11 p.m. So what it is a full production of their 125 rooms and their 9 different attractions. The attractions connect, very intricate, very well done. They are going to have live actors present, but they're going to be distanced and following the COVID protocols, which we probably can assume means, PPE and not breaking that social distancing barrier too much. So it's $25 for a scheduled admission, and it's $45 for immediate access. What that means is if you show up your time and there's a line, you are in first. Tickets are going really fast. So make sure you go to Reign of Terror's website and snag some tickets, you guys. This is the first taste of haunt for literally like almost 2 years going on. So this is probably the most wonderful appetizer we could ask for the upcoming haunt season. So that's what we've got.
Okay. All that I can say is I am so tempted to pay the $45 to be able to walk right in, smell the fog, see the lights, see
just seriously,
and
just cry the whole way through.
No, I don't even. You know what? I totally will. I probably
right?
will. But like Reign of Terror is easily one of the best haunts I've ever been to. Simply because of scale, and it's beautifully done. It's just as much about the sets and the mood as it is about the actors. And Anthony is asking me if the Scary Farm 2021 pass has leaked information. No, it's not. It's on their site. It's on their site, and if you purchase your annual pass, you can also purchase your 2021 Scary Farm pass. Does that mean anything? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm assuming that if something goes south, which it won't, but if something does, then they'll just refund those purchases. But they are allowing those purchases. So, but with regards to Reign of Terror, yeah, I'm just Oh man! Aside from the fact that it goes to a really good cause, so I would say it's absolutely worth that drive. Absolutely. If you've never been, please go because it's good.
You guys
It's
should
really
go.
good. So also,
Maybe you'll see one of
incidentally,
us there.
you never know if you spot one of the HorrorBuzz shirts, be like, oh my god. Um, and let's see here, Tony Moran, you guys need to go visit. He is super sweet, super cool guy. Also, In the Earth, good movie. I've seen it, and little bit of an epilepsy warning with the flashing lights in it, but that's about it. It's a lot of fun, and it kind of goes in places you don't expect it. So there we go. That is the entertainment beat. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
You got
But
it.
you're not going anywhere. So
4-letter words. Insert favorite 4-letter word here.
so tonight what we're going to do also is we are going to go over the coming horror films for 2021. As we know, 2020 put everything on pause, and there are some films that kind of got knocked into the coming year, and we're going to talk about them here. So first up, what we have is Mortal Kombat. So, I mean, it's coming out like relatively soon, like I think next week, the 23rd or something like that.
Yep.
And this one kind of came out of nowhere, but it's actually, I think what they're trying to market it as is the version we should have gotten in the 90s. Just full of blood and
I
guts.
loved the
And
90s version. So
well,
it'll be really hard to top for
Lindsay,
me
of
because that holds a
course.
special place in my heart.
But of course you would love that. And I'm not poo-pooing camp, but why did you like the original? And are you interested in the new one?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so the original one, you're right. It has like this right amount of camp, and it kind of so the video game played that plenty of times, and I just feel like it embodied that like violent lameness that Mortal Kombat is. I don't know. It's not. It's a cool game, but it's not like a cool game. And maybe somebody wants to fight me on this, but I don't know. They encapsulate the spirit of the actual game. I think this one just literally looks like the game on steroids. Like they took all of the cool elements, no camp, it's just super awesome martial art violence with
But I don't even know.
like ice and
Really, was
fire.
was the original one camp to be? Well, I mean, was the
No,
original
like some of
game
the lines, some
supposed
of
to be
the line
campy, or
delivery. No, no, but that's what makes it awesome.
okay? Well, so
Maybe that's just
let
my
us.
opinion. I don't know.
Well, listen. You can have your opinion, and you can love whatever you want. And that's totally cool. I will say I have not seen the original, and I don't know if I'll see the new one. But I mean, if I hear good things, I'll check it out. That one comes out April 23rd. I just double checked. So the next one is the next installment of the Saw franchise. This is the Chris Rock, Darren Lynn Bousman Spawn Spiral. And well, yeah, that's a thing. So back in the day, they kept doing the reboots and the reboots and the sequels of Saw. And this one is coming out, as I said, on it was actually May 14th. It was supposed to come out last year, and everything obviously got put on hold. And so they're releasing it next month now. Are you a big fan of that series, Lindsay, or no?
I loved the first one. So I love me some Carrie Elways, and I loved the first one just because it was so shockingly different. I don't know. Just in your face violence for a theatrical release just was so to me like whoa.
That was
But
James Wan, yeah? Or am I messed up on that one? Or
yeah, no, that was him. That was
yeah,
him.
that was James Wan.
Yep. But then when it got into like the Saw, 5 and 6 and like just the constant reincarnations of it. It just got a little too far removed for me. But I think with Spiral, maybe it's so far removed it'll feel like a new film altogether, not
But you
so
know what? They
much
tried to do
apart.
that with like the last one. Remember?
Yeah, but yeah,
What was
I didn't
missing?
like it.
Well, what was
I
missing
don't
from that?
I don't think there was enough fresh take. I don't it just felt stale to me. But
Mm.
I
All
don't know
right.
if that's how you felt.
You know what? I've only seen like the first one, parts of the sequels, like mainly only the kill scenes. So,
You're not
you
missing
know,
anything. And if
I
anybody disagrees, feel free to throw it
yeah,
out there.
let
We'll
us know.
argue.
So the next one that's coming up is on May 26th, and that would be A Quiet Place Part 2. This is a film that I've actually been really interested in seeing. It actually premiered like at the beginning of March in New York in 2020, and then right after that, nothing, because everything kind of shut down. So, a handful of people have officially seen it, but it will be coming out in, let's see, yeah, that's right, May 26th. And it picks up where the other one left off and then kind of flashbacks. Have you seen the trailer, Lindsay?
I have, and I have to tell you guys, I loved A Quiet Place 1, and when A Quiet Place 2 was coming out, I thought, okay, it's probably good just because the first one was good, but I wasn't like completely sold. And I'll tell you what sold me is when I saw that Cillian Murphy is in it, I was like in there like swimwear because he's a great actor on his own, but he's
Wait,
one of those
in there like
what?
swimwear. I'm going to use
Yeah.
that like from now
Okay.
on, but go
You've
ahead.
got my permission to use it. But I just feel like he is one of those guys where it's like, do I want to try to like take you out on a date or do I want to cross the street to avoid you? I don't know. He is like so creepy but so attractive and I
Yeah,
love
he's
that.
got he's got that weird
So,
vibe to him. He was in 28 Days
yeah.
Later, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he was also in Dark Knight, right? Yeah, Dark Knight.
Yeah, he's a
And
scarecrow.
yeah, and he's immensely talented, but he's got
Oh
those
yeah.
those piercing eyes that you're like, So,
hmm
yeah.
So yeah, that's what sold me. So I don't remember the trailer that much because all I literally I remember being like, "Oh, he's in this. Oh, okay, I'll be seeing that movie." So
And check like that. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you want to know what sold me on the trailer was for A Quiet Place 2 was not um really anything but the flashback scenes
Mm.
when they showed Emily Blunt driving with her kid in the car and and the attack was happening and she's like in reverse behind the bus and the monster break. Like I was like, okay, now they're taking things to another level. They're showing us not only what's happening, not only what's happening like after the story we saw, but how
Mhm.
things came to be. And then, so super cool, super excited. And I really like the approach of that story.
I
Um,
think it's smart because it's like, a lot of films of the sequel will be an entire film and then maybe the prequel will be an entire film and they're never as good, but when you take like the best parts of both, you can have
they're
a really good
splitting the
movie.
difference. Will we
Mhm.
ever be able to make noises again? I don't know. So I can't wait. I am honestly really excited to see it. So the next one we have on our list is The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It.
So
Anyone?
conflicted. So
Anyone?
conflicted.
Okay, well,
Honest Go
one of
ahead.
my favorite comedians, April Winchell, said that anything with a colon stinks. So, so The Conjuring:
She's so right.
The Devil Made Me Do It. So this is based on yet another a case study from the Lutzes or the Lutzes. What is it? Gosh, I'm mixed up right now.
No, the Warrens.
The Warrens. Everyone's going to kill me for
Duh.
it, and they should. Okay, so the Warrens, yeah, do another ghost hunt. And this one, in case you were worried, this one is directed by Michael Chavez, who directed The Curse of La Llorona. So there you go. Excited?
I like Patrick Wilson.
Hey, me too. You know what else we're
Okay.
looking forward to? Is Last Night in Soho. Last Night in Soho comes out. You know what? We jumped ahead, but I don't even care. Last Night in Soho comes out October 22nd, and that's
Yep.
another Edgar Wright film. So I know that Max on our team has called dibs on that one, that he wants to be the one to review it. And yes, I still remember Max. But you interested in that one?
Yes, just because I mean Edgar Wright, you can't go wrong. I mean, Shaun of the Dead is like one of the best replay movies ever. And I'm not familiar with The Queen's Gambit, but Anna Taylor-Joy, the little bits I have seen with her in it, she's amazing. So I think that she'll really be able to hold the film down. I don't know too much about the story itself, but I have hopes for it. So I mean, I'll see it, but I
Well,
am
yeah,
not like Max. I'm not like ready. So
dude, he's like, Norm, Last Night in Soho, when it comes out, I want. And yes, I respect that, and I'm totally down for that. Jumping back to what is it? Jumping back to July, we have The Forever Purge and Old. The Forever Purge comes out July 2nd. And of course, we all know what The Purge is. Everybody goes crazy, loses their shit, and starts killing things. Old is a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. And you're either in that camp or you're not. And that is about a family that goes to a beach. And then while they're there, everybody starts aging, like rapidly. So, and of course, there has to be some quasi-scientific twist. But that's July. Oh, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention Hotel Transylvania 4. That's the counter programming to Old. And so, there you go. Moving on, we've already talked about Last Night in Soho. So Soho, let's talk about Candyman.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm so
Candyman is,
excited for that
I know.
movie. Oh,
Candyman is coming out August 27th, and I am so excited to see a return to what makes that franchise terrifying. And
yeah, I
just
love those. I love that movie just because the original Candyman. I mean, there's obviously you have Candyman himself, but there's so many other like actual horrors that are being touched upon that are actually really real and societal. And I think especially now it'll have an even greater impact. And Jordan Peele, I mean, like he's amazing, and Nia DaCosta also really good. So I'm so excited for this movie. If you
well,
guys
and he's
haven't
only
watched the trailer,
producing, right?
yeah, but I mean he has his hands on it, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that
definitely.
you're not going to put your name on something that you don't think is worth it. And
Well,
so when he
we
puts his name on something,
we all pay it. Hi, Skix. We love you. Um, and yeah, so Candyman, I haven't checked, but I do hope Philip Glass is back. But um, so there we have that one. And then finally, one of the last things we're really excited about is Halloween Kills. Now, let me be clear. Halloween's my favorite horror film, the original. The subsequents are just kind of like the musings and the margins. And we're not going to talk about the Rob Zombie versions, although his Halloween 2 is the better of his two films. Fight me on it. So I will say that while I appreciated the Halloween 2018, I was not in the least bit scared. It did not, and you know what? I don't know why. It could be because there was no element of surprise. It could be because I was holding my favorite film on far too high a pedestal. Could be any number of things, but for some reason there was only a tiny moment in the film that I was a little bit afraid. But I will say that the film was made with deep respect for the source material and telling an authentic story that was actually scary. So, Halloween Kills, where they're taking it, I'd like to see how Michael Myers escapes a fiery furnace. But who knows? What about you, Lindsay?
I'm with you. That's my favorite classic horror film, the original OG, Forever and Ever, Amen.
All
And
right, Randy Travis.
and that's why I'll never understand why Jeff loves number 3 because he's
Because I'll tell you why, and I appreciate number 3.
okay.
I appreciate it for the same reason that he is just insane about it, I believe. And that's because it is such an oddball of a film, yet is so original and groundbreaking. Think about it. This is back in the day before anthologies were a thing. Had they done this today, people would have been like, okay, cool. Like today we have American Horror Story, and we have, things that are like, okay, here's the next installment. Here's the next installment. But back in the day, like you had Halloween 1, and then it was playing on TV forever, and then video came out, and then you had Halloween 1 playing on TVs, but then you could go see Halloween 2 at the theaters. And then right after that, VHS was a huge thing. And so then they're like, okay, cool, let's do something new. And they did, but then when they came out with Halloween 3 and it was like, okay, it's under the Halloween banner, people were like, well, where's Michael Myers? So nobody liked it. Nobody got it. It was a terrible failure at the box office, but it's found cult status because it dared to be original. So it's actually kind of an entertaining movie. Feels a lot like
Okay,
The
I'll
Bird.
retract my cat claws. I've been,
You can have cat
put
claws.
in my
No,
place.
you are welcome to have cat claws, but that is my perception of why it has such an enduring fan base.
I guess I could see that, and I'll agree. But on Halloween Kills, I have a lot of hope for it. I'm really excited about it. Actually, I have there was a magazine spread featuring that film, and they had done a bunch of little kitschy cute, promo photos, and I still have it just because I was so excited. And I feel like there have been some ups in the franchise, and there have been some downs. And I think this one is going to be a major up. I feel it. I just know it.
I want it to have that scary edge. Now, you know what? I'm going to say this live, and everyone can hate me if they want, but Michael Myers should have killed the baby in Halloween 2018. Because there was
You're right. That's bold, but you're probably right.
there was that great tracking shot where he was killing all these people, and then like he gets to the doorway and he's still hearing the baby cry in the house, and you see him pause for a minute, and then he they cut to like a couple seconds later and he's walking out. The baby should have been killed.
Maybe there's like a larger message being sent there, or because they knew that they would not, the rating people would be like, nope, no way.
Oh yeah, I'm almost certain that's. But anyway, so I needed to know that there were no bets off, no holds barred. We were off the rails, and Michael Myers was coming for us. But they wouldn't kill the sacred cow, so that's okay. So So that's all right. And you know what? Those are the films that we are most looking forward to. And we're at the end of another HorrorBuzz Live already.
We didn't have to go through a maze.
No, we didn't, but I will zap you soon. So that's your warning. Anyway, you
Fabulous.
guys, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And Lindsay, thank you for being my right-hand gal on HorrorBuzz Live and for bringing us all of the news and information. And
Got it.
I will see you very shortly. Talk to you in a bit. Everybody, thank you again for watching HorrorBuzz Live. And if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe or follow us on social and show us a little bit of love on Patreon too. That'd be awesome. Also, please don't forget to support our dear friends at the Frida Cinema. And don't forget to go visit the Cauldron in Buena Park. They are still open. They have persevered. They are there, and they are there to feed you and to give you the heaviest pours you can possibly drink. So please go visit our dear friends and keep following us, and we will get through this. And Halloween might look normal this year. All right? So with that, we can't wait to talk to you again next week. And we will see you in the fog. Take care.